Now, of course, our guest today is one of Kuwait's promising young talents, a sportsman who has successfully represented his country with distinction on a regional and international stages. Now, through his dedication, perseverance, and passion for excellence, he has actually contributed to raising the name of Kuwait's high in numerous sporting forums, proving that ambition and determination knows no age. Now, despite his young age, he has actually participated in many prestigious championships and tournaments, competing against athletes from around the world in every competition out there. He carried the flag of the state of Kuwait with pride, achieving remarkable results and earning recognition through his outstanding performances in a sport that requires precision, focus, patience, and exceptional skill. His journey reflects the spirit of Kuwait's youth who continues to excel and leave their mark across different fields, inspiring future generations to pursue their dreams and strive for success. Now today, we look forward to learning more about his career, the challenges he actually has overcome, his most memorable achievements, and his aspirations for the future. It is our very pleasure to welcome to the program today, Salem Alabkal, the golfer. Salem, how are you doing today?
I'm doing
very great to see you.
It's great to see you too.
Very pleased to meet you and have you around here with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, of course, we all know about this dream of yours. I want to know basically how it all got started and where did you actually became to realize that it was more than just a dream and that you wanted to pursue in real life?
I think when I started to realize that golf was kind of my thing and it was like my story was I broke my arm in 2022 and I went to a tournament, GCC in Abu Dhabi, and I didn't know anyone there, no one knew who I was, and I won the tournament, and so that was my first GCC start, first GCC win, and that's when I knew, right, okay, I'm still kind of injured, but I still won the tournament, and that's kind of when I knew that, okay, I can actually do this for fun, not just for fun, but for me, for my story. And yeah.
That is great. That is great. Now, golf is actually often described as a game of patience. We all know that. Concentration, mental strength, that is actually quite difficult to get into it. So basically, what has been the toughest challenge that you actually have faced on the course, and how did you get to overcome that?
I think one of the toughest challenges in golf is, unlike any sport, you can't, you know, in tennis, you can control what your opponent does, but in golf you can't do that. So there's constant worrying about what everyone else is doing, and sometimes you forget about what you're doing. And I think the way is, I started working with a sports psychologist. His name's Ian Peake, and we're just working on staying in my own bubble and not worrying what happens around you. And you can't control what everyone else does, but you can control what you do, and that's the main thing.
That is great. That is quite a really good answer right there. Now, of course, you have actually competed against players from, you know, various countries and different kinds of cultures. We spoke about China just earlier. So which tournament has actually left the strongest impression on you, and what lesson did you actually get to take from that experience itself?
It was definitely Asian Games in China. You know, I want to thank the Olympic Committee for giving me the opportunity to go. It was amazing. I was young. I was 15 at the time, and and I'm seeing, you know, all the players I idolize. And it was Asian Games, so there are hundreds of countries there, and I'm seeing people from Mongolia. I'm seeing people from, you know, Korea. And I think the biggest lesson I learned from that tournament is, all of these people are here for one game, and we all love the same thing. It's just, we all want to do it as good as we can. And the lesson is just that there are so many people that love the game that I play. So just be thankful that I'm playing it to a high standard.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I think it takes a lot of toll, especially when you're a first, you know, arrived there, especially as a young kid, learning all of the experience and basically trying to grow from that place and then getting to a bigger place of your life. Absolutely. Now, behind every success Salem story is a great deal of, let's say, unseen effort. Can you actually walk us through a typical day of training and preparation before any important championship?
So, if we were going to, so I have a big tournament schedule next year, so my days would look like, you know, I'd be getting up at about 5:30 in the morning, doing some stretching, mobility. Then I'll start golf at around 8 in the morning. 8 till 12, I'll be playing golf. And then 1 o'clock till 2:30, I'll have a break between 12 and 1. And then 1:30 to 2:30, I'll have some more golf. And then 2:30 to 4, I'll do a little bit of schoolwork. And then 4 to 7, I'll be still playing golf. And then 7 to about 8, I'll be in the gym. And then I go to bed at about 8:30, 9 o'clock every night. So
wow,
yeah.
Wow, that's quite astonishing. And I mean, keeping the balance between, you know, like especially school and life and friends, and then, you know, going through championships, it's a lot of different things.
It's a lot of stuff.
I really give you, you know, a good hands up for that. Now, of course, many young people dream of reaching international sporting and, you know, in the arenas. Looking at your journey so far, what sacrifices were actually necessary in order to achieve this level of success that you have today?
I think one of the biggest sacrifices I've ever made, and I want to thank my parents for letting me make this sacrifice. I moved to Thailand 2.5 years ago, went to a boarding school, and that's a huge sacrifice in itself, you know, missing family, friends, food, and just being in Kuwait, because I love this place, you know, it's my home.
Of course.
Moving to somewhere I've never been there before, I think that was a big sacrifice. And you know, obviously when I'm back here in Kuwait, I don't go out till like 12, or you know, I come home at 9:30, 10 o'clock, sleep, don't go out every day, and just try keep a balance again, even though I'm on holiday now, you know, school's up and school's finished, but we still have to kind of stay in that mindset because the job's not finished till I retire, right? So it's like my job.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite an improvement right here that you're doing, and it's quite a sacrifice and a great challenge. But, you know, seeing something that you love, that you want to go after, is definitely something that you don't regret. Absolutely. Now, Kuwait's golf, Salem, has actually witnessed significant progress in the recent years. We all know that. But in your point of view, what more can actually be done in order to, let's say, encourage young talents in order to enter the sports and in order to compete internationally?
You know, I think as much as it is, we have a lack of juniors right now coming up in golf, and that's the numbers diminished. But I think golf is growing in Kuwait a little bit, little by little. It's not going to have a massive jump, but I think seeing a few more kids coming up to play golf would be great. And genuinely, if anyone wants to reach out to me, if anyone wants to reach out to me, I do have an Instagram account. You want to learn how to play golf? I will come and I'll give you a little lesson.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, just get more people into golf, and that's what we need.
Absolutely, it's such an inspiring thing to want to be able to do something, especially for young people, talented, who actually never really realize that this is what they want to do and this is what they want to go after. They just need a little push from someone, you know. And it's also great seeing someone very competitive, you know, especially from Kuwait, and it's such an accomplishment, and I'm very excited, very happy to see that.
So much.
Very happy. Now, when you look ahead of the future, Salem, what are the biggest goals that Salem himself, of course, hopes in order to achieve? Is there anything particular in the championship, ranking, or international stage that you dream of reaching one day?
You know, of course, if you asked me maybe a year ago, I would have said, oh, I want to be world #1, and now I want to win this and this and this. Obviously, winning all of that stuff is nice, and however, now it's kind of changed. I think it's more of a, I want to be happy in the sport I play, so whatever makes me happy is where I will be in the future. And I know golf will make me happy for as long as I live, but whether it's me being world #1 or me being a coach to help younger Kuwaitis here, but obviously world #1 and go play on the PGA Tour with the guys that I idolize. But I'd love to be happy in life and happy in golf. I mean,
I'm very, very happy to hear you speaking of that, you know. It takes a lot of people to actually realize that at a very late age, let's say, in order to understand that doing something that you love, you just want to be happy doing it, not just always being #1 and everything. Because, you know, the falls and the ups and downs are always there, but the challenge here is to stay committed to something that you're very passionate about. And I'm very, very grateful, Salem, for you being here today with us.
Thank you so much.
All the best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
All the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now, how about this, dear viewers? Of course, we want to go take this report, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.